drink this one this morning. And I'll drink that one a little bit later. And there we have day 11. Drinking yesterday's tea. Good grief, you know it's too cold in your house when you resort to actually wearing a hat while indoors and a fuzzy jacket. It's cold in here. It's a big apartment. It's cold in here. I have a little heater on down by my feet, and I'm thinking maybe if I try to keep my head warm, I'll hopefully feel a little bit warmer. But this is the hat that I knit a little while ago. I think it's, if I were to remake it, it would not have quite so much slouch on it. It is a slouchy hat, but it's the slouches. There's a little too much of a good thing with the slouch here. Anyways, I've been up for quite a while now. I've been working on my Advent scarf. John's gone off to work for the day. I'm going to run out to the Dollar Tree and Walmart and pick up a few things. I need a few groceries, and there's a few other things that we need to pick up, or I need to pick up for us. And then once I'm home this afternoon, I'm going to divide my time up between working on a few I have a few videos I want to do with a few things I bought recently, some things that I've had that have come in from a few online stores, and some things that I bought for making junk journals that I picked up at Goodwill store and the local thrift store. So I'm also going to stop at a Goodwill, one of the Goodwills nearby on my way out today. I might get started on trying to start working on, get some work started on cleaning up the spinning wheel behind me. If I get going on that, I'm going to videotape that, and I'm going to start up a new thread, or not a thread, a new playlist on my channel where I will put a bunch of videos with me working on all things related to my Icelandic spinning wheel that belonged at one time to my great-grandmother. Anyway, I better get going. It's almost noon. I need to pick up a few things to get supper going, so I want to get that started up soon. I'm going to throw it in the crock pot, so it should be ready. It'll be ready in plenty of time. We probably won't be having supper till closer to 6. So I'll show you this afternoon when I get back home. I'll show you putting together the food. Aside from videotaping today, I also have a little bit of grading I have to finish up, and I'll get that done as well. So anyway, I better get moving and get my shopping done so I can get back home and get lunch, not lunch going, so I can get supper cooking. Alrighty, I'll catch you guys soon. Bye. Alrighty, we're making chicken salsa for supper. Start with a crock pot, put it on high, throw in 3 or 4 chicken breasts. And I've got one medium to large size and one gigantic one, so I'll call that 3 plus. I'll throw those in and I'll be back in a second to throw the rest of the stuff in. So start out with the chicken. I cut it into large pieces because it was still pretty frozen. 2 cans of corn, drain most of the fluid out. 2 cans of black beans that you've drained and rinsed off, and a jar of salsa. Dump everything into the slow cooker. Just pile it in. And once it's all finished, put it on high, let it just bubble away and do its thing for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, whatever. Then shred up the chicken pieces, and about a half hour before you're ready to serve it, then you just add in a packet or 2, depending on the mood you're in. Add in some cream cheese. Whole packet or 2 packets, depending on what you think. I usually use 1 packet and 2 cans of corn, 2 cans of black beans, a jar of salsa. They only had the mild today. I usually like to get the medium to give it a little bit of heat, but that's it. I'll show you what things look like in a minute once I've got everything dumped in, and then we'll just let it simmer and do its thing all day. Alrighty, there you go. Everything's in the slow cooker. I put 2 cans of corn and 1 can of black beans because, as you can see, this baby is full. I might add another can if it starts to sink down. I'll probably add another can in of the second can of black beans in later. But for now, there's not much room in the end. So anyways, I'm gonna let 1 packet of cream cheese sit out on the counter and come to room temperature so that it mixes in easier later on. It's a lot more tricky to get it takes longer for the cream cheese to melt into the mix when it comes straight out of the fridge and it's all cold. Anyway, we'll come back and take a look at this later on. I'm going to head down to the other room, get some grading done. First, I'm going to put a few groceries away yet, and then we're we're good to go and get some grading done and then some more knitting. Catch you soon. Bye. So I went to the Goodwill store today and I found, I didn't film this part, I filmed the other part, but isn't this a cute mug? I just think this is so pretty. No chips, no marks, anything on it. I'm going to pop it in the dishwasher tonight and have my tea in here tomorrow morning. Alrighty, so I'll see you guys again in a bit. I'm gonna go check and see how the crock pot's coming along. Oops. This is a little bit of a stir. It's, I think, a little while left to cook yet. It's, I think, only been in for about 2 hours. So I'm going to have to let this keep cooking. I'm almost thinking I might need to buy myself a new crock pot. This one's not working as well as it should. Alrighty, we'll come back and check on this in a little while and see how she's coming along.